Hi, and welcome to the Sci-Fi and Sunshine podcast. Because you have given us a compelling story. You've given us, your story craft is incredible. You have some incredible turns of phrase that, I highlight all over because I'm like, even as a writer myself, I'm going, look at what he's done here. I mean, you have learned your craft. You may be a published author, like somebody can publish on Amazon without an agent, without an editor, and their work might unfortunately be missing a lot of the craft if they haven't honed it. Now, there are a lot of self-published indie authors that are incredible. They have honed their craft, and there is beautiful independent works out there, but it's so obvious that you have taken the time and that you're perfecting your craft and you're continuing to work on it. So it's so fantastic to hear you're continuing, that next story is coming, that you're working on these projects. And that as writers, I think one of the best things we can do is read in our genre.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and it sounds like you are very well read.
And the other thing is, I really, just to your point, and to go back to Penelope Burns, she was my first beta reader.
Wow.
When it came to the first book and it came to my second book, and even as my agent, she made some beautiful observations that improved the book, both books.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will say, Rhett Bruno and Kayleen Williams have given me such beautiful notes and edits and whatnot, and even on a very technical level. Because, I mean, one of the first things that I noticed with other writers, a screenplay writer and a director, one of the biggest problems with Soldier of Indira was head hopping. Because I was in my mind and go, is it nor going to cover, the foretellers. And so I would jump into their heads to get their thoughts and everything else. And yet it was very confusing and not linear and not readable, to be quite honest. And Rhett really pointed that out to me and said, okay, pick a point of view for this chapter. And everybody else can say what they say, but it really opened up things to me. And it was from a purely technical standpoint that I was directing it in my head like a film as opposed to writing it like a novelist.
Sure, and drawing from all your experience, it's completely understandable why that would be your approach. But then having these wonderful editors and your agent and the publisher pulling together some of those, just like you said, those technical aspects of storycraft and storytelling, point of view is an incredible decision as a writer to make. Which point of view am I even going to tell? Like, whose point of view needs to be told here in this chapter? So it's so fascinating to hear you describe how you were wanting to show everybody's point of view but honing it in. I agree. I think, obviously I didn't read your previous draft, but reading the final draft, it is so well done, and the choices that you made for whose point of view we're in are so effective. And we just have a couple minutes left before we have to go to our break. But I couldn't talk to you without mentioning, I absolutely adore everything you do as an actor. The movies that I think of course, off the top are like La Bamba, Stand and Deliver, where you were nominated for the Golden Globe, Courage Under Fire. Now, I have Longmire. My husband and I just started it. We're a little behind the times, but we're starting it, and it's already very enjoyable to watch. You also... we're in Stargate Universe. That's on my to-watch list, of course, with a sci-fi, element there. So, as an actor, what would you say were some of your favorite projects? Maybe even ones that people aren't as the big names that kind of pop up. Like La Bamba, of course, is very much. I think you're tied very much to that movie and that role. And when people think of you, they think of La Bamba. And there's
I love.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I mean, I started in the theater, and did the classics, Shakespeare and Moliere and everything else, but also contemporary drama. But my first professional gig was doing sketch comedy in a punk club in Fort Worth in the early '80s.
That is incredible.
Yeah, and if you look at my career, like you just mentioned 3 or 4 different things, and none of them are comparable to the others.
Right. Yes.
Henry Standing Bear is very different from Colonel Telford in Stargate universe. Richie is very different from Chavez and Young Guns, and I've always been different and attacking different genres. Comedy is a big thing for me. If it's a comedy, I'll almost say yes before I give you to it. Because it's it goes back to how I cut my teeth. But I've just been so fortunate to do so many different things and not be known for one thing.
Oh,
yeah. Like Prodigal Son, I adored that role. I wish it had gone so much longer. Two seasons of that, but every single one of the episodes are fantastic. I did a film recently called The 33 Chilean Miners with Antonio Banderas and Juliette Binoche, most international cast I've ever worked with. And
fantastic
I felt it was
film,
underseen.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, beautiful film. And once again, very aspirational and very, like La Mamba and Stand and Deliver, very much about courage and the human spirit and faith and family. So very proud of that film. But there are a lot of gems out there that I've done that people continue to discover.
And it's such a pleasure to be able to see all the different avenues that you've managed to work through, from acting to, like you said, Broadway, which I'm sure is very different than being on the screen and in the writing craft and in behind the director's chair. So, Lou, it has been an absolute delight to talk to you, and I cannot wait for your next book. What we're going to do now, we're going to play the Science Fiction Book Buzz, which is the 2-minute review that I had the privilege of doing for the show about a year ago when I first read your book and did a 2-minute review. So we're going to play that, and then we'll be on our commercial break to the end of the show. So, Lou, it has been such a pleasure. I'm so thrilled that you were willing to come on the show and talk to us about your book, about your journey as a writer. Thank you so much for your time and for just all that you've brought to the world as an artist, and just the last thing you shared, your courage, your incredible inspiration that you bring to the world. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you, Bria. I really, really appreciate the time and the opportunity to talk about this.
Thank you, Lou, and take care and keep writing.
All right. I am indeed.
Okay, we're going to go to our science fiction book buzz of The Tinderbox, Soldier of Indira.
Hello, fellow sci-fi readers. This is author Bria Burton reporting for Joy on Paper with your science fiction book buzz. Today's communique to galaxies near and far includes a 2020 debut by actor Lou Diamond Phillips, The Tinderbox, Soldier of Indira. This standalone young adult novel is available in print, ebook, and audiobook. Now, let's download the book buzz. A great war rages between the invading Indirans and the Monoliths, two races divided by the Grand Schism, a cataclysmic event that tore their once shared planet in two. An Indiran soldier named Everson barely escapes as the rest of his compatriots perish, and Mono claims a battle victory. Everson's identity as the Prince of Indira remains a secret as he is conscripted to retrieve a mysterious tinderbox. The seers have prophesied the downfall of their mad king when the princess weds a soldier at the rise of the Aurora constellation. The king of Mono believes the tinderbox will ensure his unimpeded reign, along with permanently imprisoning his daughter. When Everson succeeds in finding the tinderbox, he flees, aided by its high-tech and supernatural properties. Everson's journey leads him to a poor community of farmers where he recognizes how the Mad King's reign has oppressed the people. The tinderbox offers him a portal to the princess where their brief encounter heralds the start of the prophesied events. Everson will do whatever it takes to rescue the princess and restore peace, and the Mad King will move heaven and earth to stop him. Equal parts military science fiction and space opera, this genre-bending tale weaves a clever and twisty web of court intrigue paired with high-tech ingenuity and layered with echoes of Shakespearean drama. Author and actor Lou Diamond Phillips is best known for roles in television and films such as Longmire, Stargate Universe, and La Bamba. His debut novel began as an idea from his wife, Yvonne. Her artwork is embedded throughout the novel. This is Bria Burton with your Futuristic Fiction Fix, signing off.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Have you ever faced disaster? The Red Cross is always there for you. The Red Cross responds to a call for help every 8 seconds. They have never turned anyone down. Now they need your financial support so that they can be ready to help you when the need arises. Donate online at redcross.org. Thank you.
Are you an author, an artist, an inventor? Then you need to protect your valuable intellectual property. You need Larson & Larson. We have the experience and knowledge to help you with all of your legal needs, from processing trademark, copyright, or patent applications.
You'll have about 3.5 minutes to wrap it up.
Handling litigation. The attorneys at Larson & Larson in Largo, Florida can help protect you. Call us today for a no-cost consultation at 727-546-0660 or visit our website at larsonpatentlaw.com.
Do you dread being called on to speak at meetings or family functions? Have you envied those who can sway an audience with well-chosen words? Do you know that people who speak well earn more money, earn more rewarding careers? Gain the confidence to master any speaking situation. Toastmasters will allow you to find your voice. Go to toastmasters.org to locate the club nearest you.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hi, and welcome back to Joy on Paper. We have just had an incredible interview with author and actor Lou Diamond Phillips. He was able to tell us the story behind his book, The Tinderbox, Soldier of Indira. And he also made a beautiful announcement that I have been longing for. The sequel is coming in the spring of 2024, The Tinderbox, Underground Movement. So for those who have not yet gotten their hands on the book, you are going to want to get it as soon as possible so that you're ready for the sequel, which comes out in the spring. So I just want to thank, first of all, I am Bria Burton, guest host here, and I typically do 2-minute book reviews of science fiction books. So you'll hear my voice every once in a while during Joy on Paper when your regular host, Patsy, is interviewing authors and writers and anybody pretty much related to writing. And she'll occasionally play my 2-minute sci-fi book buzz, which will share a book that I've read and loved and would love to share with you. So everybody just got to hear the book buzz that I did for Lou Diamond Phillips' book, The Tinderbox. And if you're looking for where to find Lou online, there is a couple places. He's on Twitter. He has a Twitter handle, and there is an official Lou Diamond Phillips Twitter handle that you can find and follow him. You'll know it's him because there are a lot of cat photos. It's wonderful. And he is very interactive with fans. So get on Twitter. I believe they've changed the name to X, so forgive me. I'm getting used to calling it X. And he's also on IMDb, where you can find his incredible catalog of films that you absolutely have got to see, and television series. So if you're looking for something great to read, pick up The Tinderbox, and I know you're going to absolutely love it. So again, my name is Bria Burton. You can find me at briaburton.com. I'm also on Twitter, now known as X. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. So thank you for joining us for this very special Joy on Paper. And I do hope you'll tune in on Thursday. This show is every Tuesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. Patsy, our delightful host, talks to people in the writing world, whether they're brand new authors, people who dream of writing, and the listener is always that person who wants to know the story behind the book. So be sure to tune in every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. And thank you again for listening to this incredible interview with Lou Diamond Phillips. And I'll talk to you all again another time. I hope to be back guest hosting in the future. You all have a lovely day and get out there and write.
That's all for now. As you venture through this sci-fi world we all find ourselves living in, may you be the sunshine to the people around you today. Adios.